there, D. I can't stand my lighting. How's it going? No Lincoln Park shirt today. I felt to wear this one because it matches the topic. I was thinking about wearing one, but I wore it last Wednesday. But don't worry, I have tons of Lincoln Park shirts, but I wore this one to match my topic. People, 1 star, absolute nightmare. What is this? Because I'm reading it backwards. Do not recommend. Is that what it says? Would not recommend. It matches my topic. How are you though? So I'm not sure if the topic shows on my live. I'm going to talk about high expectations. High expectations. So this is a midweek check-in slash high expectation. It's just an extension to my video that I just uploaded. Okay. I just uploaded that. So I'm just a little, that's why I was late. I'm just trying to adjust my lighting because I can't stand it. So yes, that is the topic. I want to talk more about high expectations and things like that. So once it starts getting dark on my end, it's still, but yeah, no Lincoln Park shirt, no Lincoln Park shirt, but I will probably wear, I will probably wear one next next week. Let me bring this in closer. How's everybody doing? Happy Wednesday. I can't believe it's been a whole entire week. D says, I also like high expectations without the expectations. I know, right? My one of my favorite sayings is expect the unexpected. That's my favorite saying. Let me know if my fan is too loud. I have a fan. It's hot. Okay, you got that's why I have this. It's hot now. It's summer where I live. It gets hot. Tomorrow it's gonna be like 100 and something degrees. But anyways, let me know if you can hear my fan. I'll turn that off. What the heck was I talking about? Oh yeah. So my favorite saying is expect the unexpected. Because a lot of us we live life as if nothing's gonna happen. Not me. This would never happen to me. And then when it happens to you, your whole world crashes. It hits you unexpectedly. So always expect the unexpected. But yes, we're gonna talk about high expectations. I just uploaded a video because I finally made that video, my high expectation video. So if you haven't checked it out yet, after this live is over, you can check it out. But I just want to make an extension to it because I felt that video was kind of vague. And see, this is me already beating myself up about high expectations. After I made that video, hold on, I'm choking on air. I don't know why the heck my throat's itchy, but I made that video, uploaded it about an hour ago. And I'm like, you know what? I don't like it. See, high expectations. I already told myself, make this as, don't be so vague and make the video, finally make the video. And I don't know. I'm already like, nah, I don't like it. So that's why I titled this midweek check-in, midweek slash high expectations. D says, I have a lot of, wait, I have a lot fan on the internet. They keep heating. No, hating. I like that. You have a lot of fans on the internet. They keep heating. I mean, hating. You know what? I mean, hey, I already had a hater when I first started my channel. Last year I had to address a few haters on my channel. That's why I made this video about trolls and stuff like that. Because I know it's coming. When you get out there, especially if you're not a faceless channel, my face is out there. I don't know. It's just something about when people just start to get, when they're not even, I don't even want to say viral or blow up, but once your channel gets out there, I mean, what follows is the haters and stuff like that. And then people want to nitpick and things like that. And like I said, I'm not a faceless channel. I'm not a faceless channel. So it's not easy. And that's one reason why I'm kind of discreet. Even though I'm in the mental health niche, I know I have to be careful what I say because my face is out there. My face is out there. So it's hard for me to talk about work related stuff because what if my coworkers find me? I don't know if that's my anxiety talking, but you just don't know. So I like that. D says, which channel though? Which channel? Oh, well, pretty much mine. I'm talking about my channel. I had a hater on my channel the beginning of when I first created it. someone was, I have borderline personality disorder, and someone was in my comment section hating. So I took a screenshot of that. I did blur out their name. I blurred their name out, and I put their comment in my thumbnail, and I addressed that person. I had to address two people in my thumbnail because they want to come in my comment section mad about something that I said. And what this person was mad about is I said, what did I say? I said something like, I don't care if I have a split, borderline personality disorder. What we do is we have a split. We have something called a split. And I said that there are certain splits that I do with BPD, and I don't care that I do these splits. I do not care. I know, as a person with BPD, or someone who has this mental disorder, when you have a split, we know it's terrible. We don't want to split at all. But guess what? We're going to split. We have BPD for a freaking reason, right? We have this mental illness for a reason. There are certain splits, though, that I do, and I still stand 10 toes down. I still don't care that I do these splits. So this person's in the comment section saying, "Oh, a typical borderline person, a typical borderline. Oh, you're just a typical borderline," for me to say that. And so I had to address that person. And then another person told me that there's no such thing as quiet borderline personality disorder. There's no such thing. Now, I will say this: quiet BPD is not an official diagnosis. This is just a label that we give ourselves to separate ourselves from those that consider themselves the classic traditional type. If you consider yourself the classic traditional type BPD, that means you're more outward with your BPD. You show your emotions more. You are lashing out. You show your symptoms. People will know if you're having an episode or a split. That's the classic type. Now, I consider myself the quiet type. Mine is internalized. It's internalized. So you won't even know that I'm mad. You won't even know if I'm splitting because I'm internalizing it. I'm quiet. You would know my demeanor changes. My demeanor changes. Like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't do eye contact. I do something called a BPD stare, which I might talk about on my channel. BPD stare. I do that. And mine's internalized. So this person said there's no such thing. This is ridiculous. Um, so I had to address that person. Let's see here. D says, by which channel I meant what? Oh, okay. What niche channel? I remember you saying you created multiple. Shh, D. Shh. I edit. Did you notice how I edit that out? Because by the way, you had me laughing, D, in that comment section when you said all these edits. Shh, don't talk about those chats. See, now I gotta edit again. But the channel that I'm talking about is this one right here, not my other ones. But shh, shh, let's not bring up that I had tons of channels. Blueberry Cutie Chan says hi, hi, welcome to my channel. Oh my god, I cannot stand my lighting, you guys. I can't stand it. Can't wait till it starts getting dark. Maybe it's because of my computer. I don't like the brightness. But anyways, yeah, so that's that. But anyways, so how's everybody doing? This is my midweek check-in. Before I even start talking about expectations, like I said, I don't know if you can see the title of this midweek thing. I put hot, slash expectations, and I have it up here too. There's some things I want to talk about this high expectation stuff. But yeah, D, how's your week going? How is your week going? I can't believe it's been a whole entire week. And I only plan to be live maybe for an hour. I do not want to go over. There's some things I have to do. Um, but I just want to point something out in this high expectation stuff that I did not really go deep into. I think I did a pretty good job in that video. I need to stop beating myself up. But let me see here. Let me see. Many individual. I'm just reading my slides. The same thing that I don't know. Let me see. Okay, I thought somebody said something. Okay, I'm making sure I don't miss out on what somebody says. But yes, D, while I'm doing this, how was your week, or how is your week going so far? Let me know. Is it good? Is it bad? Anything interesting happened? Yeah, I want to know. I want to know. Let's see here. I'm just looking for something. Some expectation of the community. Okay, yeah, I want to talk more about that. When a loved one fails to meet this, can feel like this perceived failure can cause individuals to rapidly shift. Okay, yeah, these 2 points I want to talk about. I'm just trying to organize myself. Let me see here. Black and white thinking and the struggle to see the grains and blah blah. Perfection and coping and then flawless. Okay, the internal belief is that they can be formed. Okay, yeah, I want to talk more about that too. That's a good point. Masculine machine. Okay. I might talk about that too. I'm just scheme reading. I'm scheme reading something real quick, and then I'll talk more about this high expectation stuff. So, hello, welcome, welcome, whoever's in here. I see two people in here. How's everybody week going? How is everybody week? Let me put this light away from me. I look so thin. Like I look so. I'm like melting week by week. I can see the difference. Like wow, that's that depression for y'all. Depression for you. But yes, D, how's it going? How's it going? How are you? How are you doing? Whoever this other person is, I see four people in the house. How you guys doing? Welcome to my midweek check-in. Talking about high expectations in the house. I think I just want to talk about that. I don't want to talk too much about. I think I did a good job on this part. I just want to talk more about this one. Let's see this one here and this one here. I think I just want to talk about that. No, I don't want to talk about that. Yeah, just these two. So I got my I got my stuff ready that I want to talk about, so I don't be all over the place because that's what I tend to do a lot. I just be all over the place, and then I start to forget what I'm talking about. D says, yes, throw away the light and come to the dark side. Ooh, I like that. Throw away the light and come to the dark side. Yes, exactly. You're making me think about some rock metal songs now. Seriously. I would love to come to the darkness, okay? I love darkness. I do. I do. I was trying to I didn't want to change my appearance, but I used to be kind of gothic back in the day. I wore a lot of black, which I still do. Wore a lot of black, and I just love my dark clothing. I did the whole thing around your neck. I need to go back to that. Okay. So don't freak out, you guys. If you see me on live looking like some kind of vampire, that's kind of my style. I'm telling you, that is my style. Okay. That is my sense of style. I know I was looking nice on my previous lives, with my hair looking nice, and I can't. I just, I got. I'm like, let me just throw on a t-shirt and call it a day. Okay, I survived like what 2 weeks of looking nice in my lives, and but normally I'm comfortable and I was, like I said, back in the day, rocking the goth look back in the day because I am a rocker girl. Okay, I love rock music. Yes, I do. I love rock music. D says, scroll up. You missed my chat. Oh, snaps. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me see. By your channel, I meant. Okay, I read that already. I have a lot of. I read that already. I also have. Are you sure I missed? What did I miss? What did I miss? Blue says, hi. Hi, Blue. How are you doing? Welcome to my midweek check-in. Okay, welcome, welcome. How's your week going? Okay, this is my midweek check-in. So every Wednesday, I just want to know how's everybody doing. Uh-oh, we got another person in the house. Travie Fish. Travie Fish. I like your name. Says hi. Hi, Travie Fish. Hi, Blue. D, what did I miss? You threw wait, yes, throw away the light. I read that. Blueberry said, I think I caught no, wait. No, I caught up. I caught up with what everything you said, D. What did I wait a minute? Oh no. I caught up. I caught up with what you said. I don't know what I missed, but if I missed it, just type it in there again if you don't mind. Um, maybe got who knows, maybe my bot ate it. Maybe my bot's hating and it ate what you said. How's everybody doing today? Blue says, I am a cute little YouTuber. Okay, Blue. Yeah. Just to let everybody know, if you're a minor, please jump off. Okay. This is a adult channel. I don't know if you guys are, I don't know. I'm just letting you know if you are a minor in here, no kids. Okay. I want to talk to adults. Just let you know. Okay. But yeah, Blue, I don't know what you mean by that. I'm sorry. I just know what you mean by that. Travie, if you're still in here, hello. There's 4 people in the house. Hello to the 4 people. How's everybody week going? And then I'm just going to talk a little bit about this expectation. And so yeah, I'm only going to be live for the next 30 minutes. Blue's laughing. I'm making sure, Blue. I don't know what you said. Kind of made me think you're maybe young. I don't know. A cute little YouTuber is something that I think adults would not say, but I'm just letting you know this is a channel that's target for adults. Okay, adults conversations and stuff. So I know you're you're laughing, but I gotta protect myself. I don't want to talk to minors. If you're a minor, please hop off my live. Okay, I don't want to talk to minors. D says, I do silent split all the time. Yeah, see, I didn't see that. So you must forgot to hit send. I do, so D says, I do split, no, silent split all the time. I'm quiet when I hate the person. Ha! I wish I could high five. I just high fived you, D. I love that. See, I told you me and you have a lot in common. If I can't, once you get, hold on, let me just read what you said because now I'm jumping the guns. I ignore and don't bother to argue because it's a waste of time and energy. Also, I abide by rule of who lashes out first loses. Of course, if you lash out first, you lost. That is exactly how I operate with this quiet BPD. This split, so I might as well talk about, let's just talk about high expectations, okay? But um black and white, right? Black and white. With black and white splitting, what we do with BPD, whether you are the classic or the quiet type, black and white splitting, we will idolize someone. And if that word is too strong, like idolize, like I don't idolize someone. Well, let's just say I like this person a lot because I don't think I idolize people. I would just say I like you a lot. When you get to that circle, okay, I have a circle. When you made it inside my circle, that's a huge thing. As a person with BPD, that's huge if you made it in my circle. The problem is I hold you to high expectations, right? High expectations. I give myself and society high expectations. Impossible expectations, okay? Unrealistic expectations. Now, here's where it get interesting, which I'm going to go to your point that you said, D, about how you get quiet. You do the silent treatment. It's the silent treatment. When someone, that person that we liked a lot, the moment this person does, it could be one thing. I'm not sure about you, D. For me, one. It just takes one flaw. We're going to call these flaws because that's what I was reading about high expectations. They said flaws. If you show me a side or a flaw that I did not like, I would do black and white splitting and I would devalue you. I will. I'll become quiet because my BPD is internalized. I'm not the lash out person. And like you said, D, when people lash out, they lost. I will just sit there and hold a grudge. I won't say anything. Now, my demeanor changes. Like I won't go like what I would do is I would still talk to you, but I won't look at you. I won't like if you're trying to have a conversation with me, I'm not gonna loop that conversation back and forth with you. My whole entire demeanor just changes. Okay. So that is how my splitting works. And I didn't really go into depth with that when I made that video that I just uploaded. So that's why I wanted to talk more about high expectations. But that is how it goes. When we have this black and white splitting, we can devout, we can idolize someone. Like I like this person. It goes to perfectionism. Okay, that's what the video is talking about when I showed, like, I'm not sure if you watched that video yet, D. High expectations is tied to perfectionism. If you operate like you need to be perfect, this need to be perfect, and society as well needs to be perfect. The moment there's a flaw, it's all heck breaks loose. We cannot handle fear of abandonment. So this is why we're so perfect. We are so perfect because of fear of abandonment. That's another split. We don't want to lose those we like or idolize. So we put this mask on, or we would even go to the lengths of saying, tell me how you want me to be, and I'll be that way. Tell me how you want me to be. What do you like? What do you want me to be? Okay, I'll be that way because we don't want rejection. We don't like rejection. So we are master manipulators. Not all of us. Not all of us. Not everybody with BPD manipulates, but we are master manipulators and we will manipulate the situation by doing strange things like, oh, if you leave me, I'm going to do this. Okay, you leave me, watch, I will do this. Okay. But like I said, going back to your point, D, I give people the silent treatment. Do not get on my bad side as a person with BPD. Do not. It's like you get one chance. One chance. That's it. One strike, you're out. And what it talks about in that video that I uploaded is black and white thinking. We don't accept the grays. There's no grays. There's no in between. We go from 0 to 10. There's no in between. D says, okay, blue put I don't know what that means. What is that? A smiley face? Thank you, blue. D says, I mean, I can argue. I'm good with my words and I'm confident enough in my logic to challenge your opinion, but I'm aware that I can hold a grudge to the grave, up to the grave myself. Another high five, D. Absolute. I will take a grudge to my grave. Okay. I will take a grudge. I'm holding grudges on some people. I'm still holding grudges on some people that was in my life, and I'm going to take that to my grave. I will not make up with you. Now, my ex best friend that had me crying in my lives, that person, okay, that's a best friend thing. Didn't really hold a grudge with this person, but however, like other people, oh yes, I know what you mean, D, absolutely. And now I don't like confrontations. I'm just now getting better with my words. I do not like confrontations at all because when I start to argue, I start to shake. I get like this, and I have, and then my words, my thoughts are scattered. Like, this is why I'm so glad I created this channel, by the way. I'm a very quiet person. You may not be able to tell. Like, no, you're not, Chrissy. No, I'm a very quiet person. I spend a lot of time in my head. And because of this, I will say this. I'm going to say something personal about myself. I think I have some kind of like, not a speech issue, but it's hard for me to express myself. It is. If I'm talking with someone, I let that person do all the talking. This is me. Oh, wow, really? Wow, really? Dang, that's me. I don't give feedback. I don't put my 2 cents in. And because I did that for so many years, my social skills are bad. This is why I'm so glad I'm going live. By me doing this every Wednesday, and this is why I love going live on Wednesdays more than anything because I get to express myself. Let's see. D says, hell, I still hold a grudge to what someone did to me when I was 8. I can hold a grudge even beyond before 8. I can, I mean, my memory sucks. I got bad memory, but if I held a grudge and I was 3, I mean, that's probably too young, but you get the point. If I was 5 or something, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Blue says, but sometimes I be brave at school sometimes. Wait, I hope you get I hope you get 1,000 subscribers. Blue, thank you so much. Thank you so much for hoping I get 1,000 subscribers. That meant a lot to me, but I'm in no rush. I want to be a slow YouTube grower. I'm not trying to rush to be viral. I want to connect with people during my lives and in my videos and things like that. I don't want to blow up. I want to just connect with others, but I know I will get there. I know eventually I will make it to my 1,000 why, but that's all I'm gonna say. But but thank you, Blue. Thank you, Blue. Highly appreciate that. Aw, pink hearts on my channel. I love green hearts. So the color of healing is green. So but thank you for those hearts. I love green hearts. So drop a green heart in the chat. But yes, Dee. So I know exactly what you mean. So that's what I wanted to talk about with expectations. I want to talk more. I'm not sure if you watched that video yet, Dee, that I uploaded, because I don't want to confuse you. There are a lot of spoiler alerts. Um I want to talk about these rules that I give people. Like I said, when I meet somebody for the first time and I create these invisible rules that I do not communicate with others about. When I meet somebody, I do not tell them that there's a rule that they got to follow. I just hold them to these high expectations. And the moment they break my rules, and it's not fair. I know this, see this, I know this is not fair. The moment someone breaks my rules, right? That's it. It's one strike, you're out. That's it. And it's not even just when I meet strangers. This is also with coworkers. coworkers, my neighbors, maybe heck, maybe even my subscribers. Who knows? This is just how I operate with BPD, with this high expectation stuff. With me, it had like this perfectionism, holding yourself to the, being perfect. Everybody has to be perfect. There's no being flawless. And it's not fair to the person because they don't even know. Most of the time, people don't even know what they did. Like, why are you even mad at me? And I have quiet BPD, so I won't tell you. I would not tell you why I'm mad. If someone broke one of my rules and I start to split and they ask me like, "Are you okay?" I'll just say, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine." But that's it. That is it. This person is no longer like, no, that's it. D says, um, that's also the difference between you and me. I'm aware of the gray area. Okay, hence why I stay silent and choose to ignore because I don't want to discuss it with the person I hate. Now I want to go more. I talk more about what the gray areas are. So the gray areas for BPD when we are having these splits is when we go from 0 to 10. We don't put our thoughts. Well, see, you said you're aware. So if you are aware, then definitely the black and white split is something that you're not too, that you don't struggle with as often because that's the black and white split. The black and white split is we don't see the gray area. We just go from, oh, okay, you got this flaw, then you're done. One strike, you're out. There's no reasoning. There's no reasoning. So I can still be aware. I need to do more. I want to do more about gray areas, about the gray areas. But I kind of know what you mean by, since it's not really, I'm aware, so I don't have these gray areas. There's more to the gray areas when it comes to black and white thinking. But I'll discuss more about that too. And I think I said that in my video. Actually, I'm right here. Let me see about the gray areas because I'm already on my slides. But there's more. There's layers to gray areas. There's layers. And it's not only just tied down to being aware, there's more to the whole gray areas when it comes to this type of split. Um, Blue says, my name is Blue, but you can call me Blue M. Okay. All righty, Blue M. Yes, 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 you got it, Blue M. D says, that's my struggle. I know the reasoning, but it's hard to accept the reason for myself and forgive the person because of the pride. So what you make me think of in so with borderline personality disorder, there are modules, something called a DBT. So what you just said right now makes me think of radical acceptance. Radical acceptance. This is in the I think it's in the distress tolerance module or interpersonal module. I don't want to confuse you too much about that, but it's these booklets that they give us. If you have borderline personality disorder and you ever receive some therapy, your psychiatrist or your therapist will refer you to a class for people with BPD. Yes, there's a group designed for us and they give us material. And what you just said reminds me of radical acceptance. And I think I talked about that on my channel. But if you want me to talk more about that, D, definitely let me know. Because yes, the reasoning part is hard to accept. It talks about exception, radical exception. So let me know because I have all the booklets and the materials and stuff like that. I can go back on my computer and do a video on radical acceptance and gray areas. So let me know if you're interested in that, D. But yes, I know exactly what you mean. I struggle with all of it. And I'm glad you know your strengths and your weaknesses when it comes to this stuff. But for me, I'm just weak in all of it. Okay. I can't see the gray areas. It's hard for me to also accept once, and and it can be a pride thing. It could be a pride thing, an ego thing. For me, it's just perfection. That's what I was reading. Um, when I got some slides and stuff and I was talking about high expectations on my channel, they said it also stems from perfectionism, being perfect as well. So it's a lot of that to that. I'm not sure if you watched that. Let me know if you watched that video yet. But like I said, I just uploaded it before this live. So definitely, D, if you didn't check it out, you want to check out that video because I was showing you different slides to this whole high expectation thing. D says, I'm good with all the technicalities. technicalities, sorry, just tell me the gist of it, and I can probably catch on what you're meaning to say. So are you talking in regards to the DBT material, like the radical acceptance? Now that I will have to prep myself. It's a booklet, and there's a chapter about radical acceptance. So when you said that about how the struggle to accept, that's immediately the chapter that I thought of. So you would have to wait until I, make it a video or come back with it as another live, because radical acceptance is in one of our booklets. And so I can't think of it from the top of my head, but what I will say is this: that chapter just teaches you how to um accept reality for what it is. That is what that chapter is about in a nutshell. It's teaching you how to accept reality for what it is, because people with BPD, it's hard for us to accept reality for what it is. We struggle with that. So let me know if you're interested in that, D. I could definitely whip that up and talk more about that module, um, when it comes to, radical acceptance and also like gray areas. Blue M says, I think you and D are cute. Oh, yeah, D D, so he's one of my top supporters in my on my channel. So yeah, me and him, we click. We definitely click. So he's one of my top supporters on my channel. But great observation. Great observation. But yes. But how's your week going, Blue? So I know you're probably confused what's going on. My channels, I'm a mental health channel, Blue M. And let me know how your week's going. Every Wednesday, I do a midweek check-in, which is I want to check on my subscribers or just anybody that just joins my live. And I just want to know how your week is going so far. Okay, this is just a check-in. And what I'm talking about, Blue M, is high expectations, you know, of those with BPD, which is borderline personality disorder. Okay, so I just want to catch you up on that, Blue M, of what's going on. But how's your week going? I'm not sure. I think you answered that already. B says yes, that one. Oh, I already accepted my reality, hence my personality and why I am what I am. Okay. Okay, so then let me go back to your other point. So that's my struggle. I know the reasoning, but it's hard to accept the reason. Yeah, so that line you gave right there, D. But it's hard to accept the reason for myself and forgive. And it also talks about that too, the person because of pride. So that line in general still stems from radical acceptance. And then going back to when you said, I already accept my reality. So that's good that you accept the reality. There's more pointers to that chapter. Like I said, I can go over that, what's inside that particular chapter for radical acceptance, but that's one of them. Radical acceptance in a nutshell, it just teaches you about, like I said, accepting reality. And there's more to it as well. Um, let's see here. So yeah, because there's a page in there that teaches you how to turn the mind. They call it turn the mind. So if you're struggling to accept the reason for yourself and forgive, there's a chapter in there that says something about turning the mind, how to turn the mind. So all of that stuff is related. It's not that's so radical acceptance does not only talk about accepting reality for what it is. There's other little pointers and stuff like. I'm just going from the top of my head because I don't have the booklet in front of me. But if you're definitely interested in that chapter, or if I also find any other materials related to that, then I could definitely cover that. Blue M says laughing so cute. But yes, yeah, so that is that. That is what I wanted to cover more about my high expectations issues. Let me see here. Wait, like I said, I don't want to talk too much in case you haven't watched that video, because I was showing some different slides and things like that, D. So I don't want to spoil too much. I just wanted to make sure that I got some other points out when it comes to this whole high expectation stuff. But like I said, I did make a recent video on my channel about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. And yeah, let's see here. Wow, did I? Oh, was that okay? I got 15. So about 15 minutes. I was like, I know I was not already live for an hour. So I'm gonna be live for another 15 minutes. So yeah, D, is there anything or Blue M that you would like to share about your week? My week was pretty good. I mean, can't complain. I know the last 2 weeks was tough. And so now I'm just ready to hear how everyone else's week is going so far. Hope everybody's having a wonderful week. I cannot wait to get some new glasses because my glasses want to keep just doing that. It's getting on my nerves. Okay, D says, I'm aware of my pride. That's why I hold grudges. The way I see my reality is that the world, the universe is unfair. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And it's fair in a way of how unfair it is to everyone. Absolutely. I'm just reading again here. Why I hold grudges. The way I see my reality is that the world, the universe is unfair. hmm And it is fair in a way of how unfair it is to everyone else. I mean, and that's the thing about the whole world and the universe. Because I was telling my therapist too about this whole the to be honest, the world is fine. It took me a while to realize that the world is fine. It's just the people in it. It's just the people in it. And when you have BPD, borderline personality disorder, it just makes it 10 times harder because of the interpersonal relationships. And that's what makes it so freaking difficult. It took me a while to learn that the world or the universe is fine. It's the people in it, and it's these triggers. It's these triggers that people do. Because I would say that I'm also pretty aware. I'm also aware, which I also talked about on my channel, how aware that I am with my BPD when I'm having a split. I'm very aware of when this is happening. My issue is I need to stop spiraling. That's my issue. I need to stop spiraling and my mind just starts to spiral. That's the thing. I'm very aware. It's just I can go different routes. I take different routes with stuff. That's my thing. And yes, it can be unfair when you said right here that it's fair in a way of how unfair it is to everyone else. I highly agree on that. Definitely agree on that. And that's what I mentioned too in the video, how I said it's very unfair to, especially when we're giving people, like when we're holding grudges and we're not telling people what's wrong with us. It's not fair to the person. I mentioned that in my video that I uploaded, that it's not fair. We don't communicate. We don't tell these people these rules or what they did to us. We just shut down. That's the word I'm looking for. I shut down a lot, and it's because I consider myself the quiet type. When someone upsets me, like I said, I don't want to argue. I just shut down, and it's not fair. It is not fair to others that we're not telling them what they did. I'm not that person to say, "Oh, I don't like that you did this. I don't like that you did that." No, I just shut down and hold grudges. So I know what you mean. I'm definitely aware. I'm so aware of my BPD. It's just these rules, the high expectation rules that I hold myself and society. And I know it's not fair, but it's just something that I just can't stop doing. D says, I'm in a constant battle with myself because I keep on contradicting myself. I keep on trying to reason out why I'm placed in the situation I'm in, but the other me tells me to lash out. That makes perfect sense. So yeah, and that's something that a lot of us with the quiet type do. Keep on trying to reason out. Just keep on trying to reason out, why am I in this situation in the first place? Why am I in this situation? You want to lash out, but then you don't. That's the quiet BPD. That's the quiet BPD. And I think I touched this on my channel. I touched about this on my channel, how I talked about what is quiet BPD. Why do we, why is it internalized and why we don't lash out? Which I think is, to be honest, I'm glad I'm not the lashed out type. I'm glad I'm not the type that lashes out because there's a stigma, okay? There is a negative stigma when it comes to borderline personality disorder. If you are considered the traditional classic type, these are the people with BPD that lash out, right? Society cannot stand this type. And this is why I also mask. Society does not like the lash out traditional classic type people with BPD because of the lashing, because of the behaviors, the manipulation. There's a lot of things that go on with that. Okay. But if you consider yourself the quiet type though, you just kind of like you're just chill. You're just chill, you're quiet, you don't want to argue. And then like you said, you start to question like why am I in this situation in the first place? Like you want to lash out, but then you don't. So I think I talked about this on my channel about that. D says I have my I think I read that already. And then blue blue M put the sideways face. And welcome back. I just now seen that you put I'm back. Green hearts just for you. Thank you for those green hearts. I love those green hearts. Thank you so much. But yeah, there's times that I want to lash out on people when that pisses me off. But I did that before. I lashed out before, and it wasn't pretty. Okay, it wasn't pretty because I still need to work on my skills. There are some skills that they give us when you have BPD. Like I was telling you about the DBT booklet, those are skills. These skills teach you how to manage this and manage that when you're in certain situations. I lashed out before. I'm telling you, I'm not the lash out type. Now I can be the lash out type because you said D that you're good with words. That's awesome. You're good with words. You know how to express yourself. You're good with words. You don't, you can argue. You just chose not to. That's awesome. That is, that's just that I find that as a great a quality to be honest. But me, I I I don't do that. I don't do that. And when I lashed out or had an argument, it was not pretty. It was not pretty. So this is one of the reasons why I'm like, you know what? Let me just internalize this, hold some grudges, and dislike this person forever, and just move on. D says the quiet type are the most dangerous ones. Yes, we are. I say that all the time. Don't mess with the quiet types. D, heck yeah. Heck yeah. I used to say this to myself in high school. And they even said that. The person in the classroom that's quiet, the quiet person in the classroom, these are the people that you have to watch out for. The quiet type are the most dangerous ones because you can never tell what they'll do. Bam, high five D. And when they're about to snap and do something they'll regret after the blackout, I couldn't agree more because that is what happened when I lashed out. People saw a different side of me, D. Like I mask. I know I mask. I know I present myself in reality as just this sweet, joyous person, but that's a mask. And it's a mask for a reason. And I told my therapist that I have like this split side. I have this evil side and this good side. Because when I lashed out, D, I ended up on a 5150. And I talked about this on my channel. When I showed that other side, it was not pretty, D. And the thoughts that go through my head when I snap, like you said, the word snap, ooh, that's all I can say is ooh, because this is why this is another reason why I think I mask. Not because of I'm people pleasing, it's because I am not trying to unleash the other side, if that makes sense. So you nailed it with that one, D. Don't underestimate the quiet ones. Do not underestimate the quiet ones because, like you said, you do not know what we're going to do. You do not know what we're going to do. And when we do it, when we lash out, we will be hit with so much regret. You are so right. I told my therapist that. I told my therapist that like I have this other side. I have this other because I let it out before. And it led me, they had to put me on hold for 3 days away from society. And I'm not going to edit this because I talked about this already. So I'm not trying to know, I'm not going to edit this out. I was on a 3-day hold because I lashed out. Oh, yeah. D says, I also have my reasoning self and the lash out self. I already accepted that I needed those two sides and can't get rid of the other. Yes, because they balance each other. I agree. They balance each other. If the lash out side is not at 100, let's just say that. That's for me. That is yes, because it balances because we're only human, right, D? We are only freaking human. We cannot zip up and just be these perfect good people all the time. There's a balance. There is a balance. See, my thing is when I'm ready to lash out, it comes out like 100. Pew! 100. And I was telling my therapist that I need to learn how to lash out at a safe number. I don't know how. I don't know how to lash out at a safe number. There is a balance. Absolutely. You are correct on that one. There is a balance. We can't just walk around as if we're perfect, which makes me think about the high expectations that we give ourselves. These high, unrealistic, impossible expectations. I need to stop trying to be perfect. I need to allow myself to lash out. I need to allow myself to be assertive and tell people what's on my mind without thinking very dark. Okay, very dark because I can be a very dark thinker. Okay, I present myself like I said in society. I present myself just so nice, just so joyous. Chrissy never gets mad. Oh, Chrissy never gets mad. But boy, I know I have another side. I know because I let it out before. D says, and those two are the foundations of my mental strength. Absolutely, D. So you're strong. You've been working on yourself and you know yourself quite well. You're self-aware. You truly are self-aware. And I know I'm self-aware, but there's some flaws, there's things I gotta work on. I gotta work on how to, because I consider myself the quiet type for so long. The lash out part is hard for me. I start to shake, sweat, palms get sweaty, my anxiety kicks in, depression kicks in. I need to learn how to balance the lash out side. D says the balance between the two is what makes me see different perspectives, angles, and how I think differently from your average loud Joe. Yes, exactly. Especially the quiet type. The average loud Joe, those that are out there that all they do is talk, 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 talk. Your mouth can get you in trouble. Okay. I tell people that talk a lot, your mouth can get you in trouble. Quiet people, if you're naturally quiet, and let's not even say that this is BPD. If you're just a naturally quiet person, we are very observant. We're very observant. We can see things, like you said, from different perspectives. Where that's a talent. Not a lot of people can do that, especially people that just love to talk and they don't see things from another perspective. These people struggle with that. Now, quiet people, like I said, let's not even say that this is a mental illness. Let's take BPD, borderline personality disorder, out. Just quiet, chill, content people in general. We are great observers. I like to observe people's energies, what they say, how they move, how they behave. It helps me see, like you said, things from another perspective. D also says palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. The mom's recipe. Exactly. Exactly. That is how I get when I'm trying to lash out. When I want to lash out. Now, I'm getting better. When my family, my last live, I talked about how my family visit. I think I mentioned this, but me and my sister got into a confrontation and I handled it quite well. We were able to, what's that? How do you say it? We were able to agree to disagree. And I'm proud of myself. I did kind of lash out a little bit. I got loud and I got shaky, but not to the point where I got dark in my mind, if you know what I mean. So I'm getting better. I can definitely tell I'm getting better at the whole being assertive and get into arguments. Now that's family. If I was to get into an argument with someone who's not my family, I think that's something totally different. I think that's something totally I'm telling you right now, this is why I mask up. I don't want to unleash that other side quite yet. So yeah. So I'm about 3 minutes in the I love this conversation, but I'm about 3 minutes in to being live for about an hour. I love this conversation, but let me know, D, because I know you said there's some things that you want to work on. I can whip that up as a video. If you haven't checked out the video that I uploaded on my channel about 2 hours ago, definitely check that out. But if you want me to talk about what I was saying about the radical acceptance, I can talk more about just whatever, definitely let me know in the comment section of that video or email me. My email, um, well, my email is displayed on that video. Just watch that video. I think it's on my channel. My email's on my channel. But yeah, so just let me know of any topics and things like that. And you're gonna like the new little setting that I for that particular video because I was on my computer. So I'm thinking about doing my videos like that, to be honest. But that is pretty much it that I wanted to talk about when it comes to high expectations. And I'm glad I got to talk about that because that's something I struggle with. And I love all the points that you talked about, D, and things like that. I mean, me and you have things in common, and then we have things that are different amongst each other, but for the most part, a lot of us, like me and you, are on the same page, and that's awesome. And so yeah, let me know if you haven't said it already about how your week's been. I hope your week's been good. If there's something that you want to quickly throw in there, how your week's been so far since Sunday. You can definitely let me know if you had a great week, if anything interesting happened. Or so let me know. I feel like I did a lot of talking. D says there are a lot of things I want to work out, but if I did, then that version of me would be a different person and it wouldn't be me anymore. There are a lot of things I want to work out on. But if I did, then that version of me would be a different person. And yeah, and that you know what? And that's a part of healing. When you're working on yourself. And I had my therapy session yesterday, and I talked about this. I was telling my therapist who really who am I? Because I mask so much. And what you just said made me think about that. When I'm working on myself, like working on the lashing out, working on my high expectations, working on the BPD, working on my anxiety, working on the people pleasing. She was talking about like layers. Because I told her my identity is so scattered. Like, who the freak is Chrissy? I suffer with identity crisis. Who that? Because I mask for so many years. I'm lost. I'm just freaking lost. So once I start, like you said, once I start working on myself, I'm going to reveal a different version of myself, which is scary. It's scary because I even said this, D. I said this. What if I'm really that dark side person? What if that's really who I am? And I'm trying to protect myself by just being quiet, content. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. Because I was telling my therapist, like, who am I? Because I masked for so long. When I start to work on myself, what the heck would that look like? It's almost like it's like anxiety. And someone in my group discussion, when I was taking group before, someone shared the same thing. I don't know what it's like to heal when I reveal myself and I'm working on myself. What the heck does that look like? And that's what I'm going through too. Like, what the heck does that look like? What if I'm not really this sweet, nice person in reality? And I'm only doing this to mask my real dark side. And my therapist was like, no, I think you really are a nice person. Don't think that about yourself. I'm like, but how do you know that? Don't just say stuff to make it, don't just say things so I can feel better about myself. Who knows? You don't know that. What if I am this terrible person, but I never revealed it? Not a terrible, I wouldn't say terrible, but a dark person, like like dark person. Um, but I never revealed it because I masked. Let me know if that makes sense to you. So that when you by you saying that, yeah, we are revealing different sides of our different, how can I say this? Parts of ourselves, different parts of it. Each time we are healing from something, D, like you said, we are becoming different versions. There we go, different versions of ourselves, and that is so true. And for me, that's scary because I mask so much. Um, D says my week has made me weak. My aunt scammed me. Oh no, out of money. Don't mess with people's money. I want to lash out, but it's family. Okay. Yep. That's what I didn't want to lash out on my sister. We had that confrontation last week, so I know what you mean. And if I lash out, my mom would probably have a heart attack. Okay. And a- that's what I'm trying to avoid. Highly understandable. Yes. We don't want to cause that, especially if you're dealing with, a sick family member, which is your mom. We love our mom. We don't want to make her sick. So You have to bite the bullet on this one. You have to bite the bullet. But shame on your auntie. Shame on your auntie scam you out your money. And auntie, cough that. Don't mess with my money. Don't mess with my money. D also says, so you can imagine the mental struggle on what to do and how to move. My personality is the reason why I hate going outside and socializing. Oh, and socialize. I could talk about that too. I want to talk about that. See, you always help me come up with topics, D. You always tell me what you I already wanted to talk about that. So congratulations. You just created another topic for me because I want to talk about why I don't like going outside as well. Okay. My personality is the reason why I hate going outside and to socialize. That is an amazing topic. I just watched somebody's YouTube channel about why this person said ever since I turned in my 40s, I no longer want to go out. I no longer want to socialize with people. So I watched that video. I'm like, you know what? I can relate to this. I can relate to this. So you just I have a topic idea. Because I can highly relate. I'm always in the house, D. I'm always in the house, especially since I moved away from my hometown. I'm like 600 miles away from where I'm from. And ever since then, I just been in the house. All I do is work, go home. Work, go home. That's it. I don't socialize. So yeah, and I find it hard to socialize with people too, on top of that. But anyway, so you help me create a topic that I want to talk about. D says, see, I keep my word when I said on every live, I give you one new topic, even on accident. That's why I love you, D. I'm telling you, like, you're one of my special subscribers. I'm telling you right now. You have made it, and this is not my BPD talking, by the way. You're probably like, no, you're just saying that because you're idolizing me. This is your split. This is your no, you you're considered one of my, yes, one of my top subscribers because yeah, you help me come up with topics accidentally, and like I said, me and you have a lot in common, and you're just such a cool person. You had me laughing when you talked about how you had someone hostage for 3 hours on that live, and I remember saying that just goes to show you how much of an amazing person you are. So in case anyone didn't tell you that, D, just by, even though I only know you through YouTube live, that you are such an amazing person, and everything that you share with me and that I'm reading, and how how you are taking your healing journey serious. You are amazing, D. You're awesome. And I like that you are trying to heal. You're not one of those people that are in denial, that think there's nothing wrong with them. And you are doing the best that you can without professional help. You're working on yourself you're working on yourself by yourself. And I commend you. I applaud you for that D. So do know that Chrissy from YouTube, you're like my family, okay? And that's what I'm creating on YouTube. That's what I was telling Blue M, that I don't want to go viral. I want to connect with people slowly, like how I found you found me. I didn't think I was going to find anybody cool while going live. I knew I already had like people that subscribe to me, um that rock with me, but you found my channel. So I'm like, okay, see, this is what I want to do. I want to create family. So D, welcome to my family. You are like my fam. Okay. You're on my family. D says C. Okay, you said that already. Make sure I didn't miss anything. I think you said something, but it looked like it disappeared. So I think you said something. But yes, D. So do know that you are an amazing person. Like I said, I was thinking about what you said when you said you kept somebody hostage on a live for 3 hours. That's because you're such an amazing person. I swear. It's like you've been talking to me in here besides Blue M for an hour already. And can't you believe it's already been an hour already? And I can still go on. Like if I did not have to go, I can just keep going because you're just so, interesting and amazing to talk to. D says, we both know what's going on. I use you to entertain me, and you use me to get views. Make your life more lively. We have a working ecosystem here. Exactly. And not even for views. I mean, like I said, I know there's people that join YouTube and they're serious, man. They want that monetization, they want those views, which is understandable. We want to get paid for what we do. But for me, my thing is just let me just get my feet wet going live. Because like I said, I was a quiet person. I'm expressive now and I'm proud of myself, but I'm a very quiet person that barely express myself. So yes, you do give me a view, but definitely I don't want you thinking that I'm just like like trying to like get a view or things, out of you. I love when you join my lives and I love when you entertain me. And I hope I'm entertaining enough. I try to be, like I said, hopefully people start coming in more. As far as what you just said about how your week's going with your auntie, your aunt scammed you out of money and you got to bite the bullet and you don't want to, make your mom sick or having a heart attack. Um, I'm sure, it's been a frustrating week for you so far. So my advice to you, D, is just continue to bite that bullet for mom. Okay. Definitely continue to look out for mom's health by just biting that bullet and just try your best to just, distract yourself. Don't get frustrated, which I know you are on top of that with your mental health of making sure that this does not stress you out, frustrates you, put you in a dark place. I know you got this, D. I can tell you're very strong willed, you're self aware. You got this. But hey, I just still feel the need to give that advice because, yes, because I can, because you're family now. You're family now. D says, would be surprised if you pop out to another hair channel niche. Oh, I'm done with that. I'm done with that, man. That whole hair niche thing was not I couldn't see myself talking about hair. I'm like, I'd rather talk about something that's useful because YouTube is about the two E's. YouTube is entertainment and education, and it can be both. Okay, that's the two E's of YouTube. When you create a YouTube channel, you're either entertaining someone, educating someone, or both. There's a lot of things that are pumped out on YouTube now that is just poisonous to the mindset. A channel like I consider a channel like mine's like a breath of fresh air. It's like a breath of fresh air because it's like a positive channel that wants to work on yourself. There's not a lot of channels that I see like mine, especially when I open up my group discussion panel. I haven't found a channel like mine. That's why I created my channel. I have not. D says the two E's for me is entertainment and exploitation. Yeah, yep. That's another one. There's a lot of that on here. Exactly. Exploitation, especially like family channels, people that do family channels that exploit their children. Let me stop because I don't want to get, you know how YouTube is sensitive because you're gonna have me down a whole rabbit hole with the exploitation thing. Like, can I even say that on YouTube? See how paranoid I am with YouTube guidelines? But anyways, D, yeah, I know. Yeah, three. So that's three E's. Three E's. You nailed it with that one, D. But anyways, I hope you enjoy the rest of your week, fam. I'm gonna start calling you my fam. And I will definitely see you for my next week's midweek check-in. And email me or put something in the comment section if you will have a topic for me to cover. So far, there is a topic that I want to cover that you brought up, and that's about socializing. Not being interested in with socialization in society and just want to be home. That is something that I think I want to talk about that. But if there's a specific topic you would love for me to cover, D, hit me up on that email, shoot it in the comments section. And yes, I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. Once again, just stay focused. Don't think about, your auntie and stuff like that, of how, she, owe you money and all that stuff. Bite that bullet for mom. That makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense why you're hurt by it. And plus, because it's family, it's your family. Like, why would you do that? But I'm not surprised. Okay. I'm not surprised how family can do you dirty. Okay, yes, they're your family, but they can do you dirty. And they think they can get away with this because you are family, right? Some of them be like, oh, okay, well, I just did this because we're family. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I did this because I thought you wasn't gonna mind because we're family. D says both my parents no longer works and I'm the only one putting up with Bill, putting food on the table and doing caregiving. Okay, and working in the house. So man, you got a lot on your plate there. You got a lot on your plate there, D. So yeah, you definitely want to make sure that your mental health is up to par, the best way of course, the best way possible. But yeah, you got a lot and I got, everybody has a lot going on. We all have a lot on our plates, right? We have a lot on our freaking plates, and we can only do the best we can in this life. We can only do, and that's what I was telling my therapist. I'm doing the best I can. Like I'm doing the best I can with the stuff that's on my plate, the stuff that's on your plate. I'm sure this is life is hard, right? I just want to go back to being a kid. I want to go back to being a kid again. I swear I do. I need to go back to being a kid again. No, no, don't say sorry. Sorry for venting. I just couldn't help it. I had to let it out. This is what this channel's for, D. Welcome to Healing Speaks Chrissy. Yes, that concludes my live. And yeah, D says I could tell you that I'm Filipino. Okay, right? Yes, you did. Because I remember you saying what did you say? Philippines. I remember you mentioning Philippines about, remember how we talked about how the lights went out and you were like, when the lights go out, that's when the interesting activity goes on. So I remember the you had me laughing at that. So yes, I do remember you saying that you are Filipino. That's awesome. You Filipino in the house. That's what's up. That's what's up, D. Like I said, I have to go to the Philippines, okay? Eat some Filipino food, okay? Go out there to the Philippines one of these days. Relax out there. I need to travel. Do some solo traveling. D says, sorry, making you work overtime. I know. And I'm not even getting paid for this yet. I'm not even monetized yet. See what you're doing to me, D? I'm not even monetized yet. And you got me doing overtime. See, this is gonna be us every live. I told you. This is gonna be us every live. I'm gonna be hostage every live. I didn't even keep track of the time, and I'm aware of how you wanted to end the lights since earlier. Diabolical. You are diabolical, just like I said. Diabolical. Well, you know the routine. If I see the what? Not the blue hearts. Don't say blue hearts, D. If I see the green hearts, that means I'm gonna end the live. And don't say blue hearts, don't be slick. That does not mean I'll stay live longer if I see a blue heart. It has to be green. That's our thing, to let me know that this live is done. Look, he put the white hearts. No, you didn't just put white hearts. You're a hot mess, D. You're diabolical. You know that? You're diabolical. Not the white hearts. No. I'm colorblind. Oh no, you're not. Oh look, the brown hearts. No, I'm colorblind. You are a hot mess. I'm gonna have to just start ending this live out of nowhere. No, I'm just like, I can't do that. That's not in my heart. That's not in my heart to just end that live out of nowhere. You are so wrong. Look, like, see you laughing. Look at the man. Emoji. You know dang well you know colorblind. This is why I love you. This is why I love you. I needed this good laugh. Absolutely, D. But yes, yes, yes. Green hearts, honey. I need that green heart. Okay. But yeah, seriously. Yeah. Enjoy the rest of your I know it's afternoon for you. It's Thursday. So enjoy your Thursday afternoon, D. And I'll see you for my next week's midweek check-in. Okay. Okay, there he is. There he is. D says, hey, I replay the live every time I keep someone hostage. It makes me wonder how many YouTubers you keep hostage. Okay, there it is. Okay, there it is. Thank you, D. All right. He says, all right, I'll let you go for now before you pee. I know, right? Especially all this water. I'm like, I want to do a big cough so bad, but I know I can't because I'm like, that's good. I need to do a gigantic cough from all this laughing. But yes, D, thank you so much. And you made my night. You enjoy the rest of your week, okay? And I will see you for next week's midweek. Okay, midweek check-in. Bye, D.